Hello and welcome to the video. This is a video showing the unboxing of this model here, the Avios Spitfire MkVb Super Scale 1450mm scale warbird. It is the classic Spitfire, available in two colours. I've had a couple of Spitfires from Hobby King. The last one was one that wasn't set in kind of traditional garb, and I've been very tempted to paint that up into more traditional colours that you see in all of the classic illustrations. But this one has come along this week and I've just got mine here, so I thought I'd very quickly make a video and show you how it comes out of the box. Now this is a big old bird. It's 1450mm wingspan, so that's 57.5 inches. Flying weight's going to be the best part of 2.6 to 2.7, nearly 2.8 kilograms. Made of EPO. You're going to need a 6-channel receiver for this. Up in the nose is a 50-55 380 kV motor. Propellers are 3-bladed 15x10. I'll show you all this as it comes out of the box in a minute. It's individual blades, which I think is a lovely touch. It's got 2 9-gram servos and 4 17-gram servos. To get this thing in the air, you're going to need obviously a 6-channel transmitter and receiver, and you're going to need a 3,000 to 4,000 milliamp hour 6S battery, and it's using XT90 connectors, which is becoming more standard on these bigger models now. So now we've gone through the specs, let me show you how it comes in the box. Now I've already taken the top off the box. The box art itself is beautiful. It feels like it's a display model with the way that it's all been set up. Apologies for occasionally bumping into the camera as I'm cutting through all of this sellotape. It's extremely well packed, so props to Hobby King for making sure that a model this large and this expensive is going to come without any damage from shipping. But it's going to take me a while to get in here, so apologies if I occasionally bump into the camera. There's just not an awful lot of room. Now the first thing I'm finding as I'm taking things apart is the decal sheet. There's lots and lots of decals here. The thing that's surprising me is the sheer size, but then of course it's going to be, this is the best part of 1.5 meter wingspan plane. So we've got all of the different pieces. We've got the nose art, we've got the roundels. Looks fab. Let me just make sure that I'm not getting caught on any of the sellotape. Let me put those safe. Next thing I can see under all of this packing is the first of the wings. So let me just grab this out. Let's have a look at what this is like. Wow. Okay, first impressions, very nice indeed. There is absolutely tons of scale detail in here. We've got rivets, panel lines, the finish is nice and good. Hopefully that picking it up with the light playing across the surface. You've got all the little bulges. I think that's a little thing for the top of the servo for the flap to pop through. Yeah, looks like it is. All the flaps are actually and the actual ailerons as well are put in place. Servos are installed. There's those bigger 17-gram servos, 9-gram servos. We've got the landing gear as well. That is beautiful. That's probably one of the most detailed wings I've seen on a Spitfire model. Let's have a look at the other one. I'm guessing it's the same, but to the side. Yeah, again, the finish is absolutely beautiful. I love the way the flaps work with those kind of split flaps. That's very scale, and no foam hinges here on the ailerons. Brilliant stuff too. Looks like there's a little bit of paint missing on the very inside of the aileron, but we've got all the inserts for all the pieces. Look at that detail. That's fab. It absolutely looks brilliant. It almost looks like it'll be good enough to display when you're not flying. In the front of the box we've got the horizontal tail feathers. I guess they just pull apart, supported with a carbon rod. Very nice. Again, beautiful detail. Fortunately it's not hinged this time, just a foam hinge, but we've even got the little trim tabs molded in as well. Really pretty. Okay, and held in place with screws. That's going to be great. I do like the ability to take models apart. I don't like gluing everything together. It makes things difficult to take apart. What on earth is in here? Cut this open very carefully, trying not to cut it, me, or anything else in the room. Ah, okay, vertical stabilizer. So this looks like it's got the control horn here, and it's obviously got navigation lights. Again, trim tab all molded in. You've got all that detail. Really, really pretty details. This is obviously going to be held on again with actual hinges. Great stuff. Okay, let me pull out all of this foam and covering and get the main event out. Gosh, this is big. So let me just, come on, trying to move it around without hitting the camera again. Oh wow, that is pretty. The Spitfire is one of those planes that I have a soft spot for anyway, so apologies for all the oohing and ahhing I'm probably making doing this. Wow, look at the scale detail. So this must be the battery hatch, yeah. So XT90 connector, loads of room in the front. We've got all the cables coming up through here to pop the receiver in. Blimey Charlie, that motor's a big bugger. It's very, very heavy here with that big motor. Avios molded onto the underside of the tray. Interestingly, the front part of the canopy is removed. I guess that's if you're going to do the FPV stuff, gives you a clearer view. We've got the sliding canopy and also the little door at the side that opens up as well. Mine's a little bit stiff, but just be gentle with it, and once it's moved a couple of times it'll move more freely. Underneath we've got the access to the servos for the back, which is nice. Obviously held in place with the wings with loads of big bolts. We've got the trailing wheel, and then we've got the control surface and the other pieces here for the horizontal stabilizer. Really, really lovely. All the access panels, all the bolts are in here. It is a very, very, very pretty model. Okay, let me just show you where the last of the stuff is. If you get one of these and you're wondering where everything else is, then don't worry. On the underside of the box, there's all of the other pieces. So if we kind of cut through the top and open it up, we'll find that we have our propellers and the other pieces are going to be in here. So we've got the carbon fiber reinforcing rods, the spars for the main wing. So we put them safe. We have a bag of bits. Oh, okay. These are the 3 propellers, individual propellers. That is a lovely touch. Means that if we damage one, we just have to replace one rather than the whole thing. We have another bag which has all these micro servos in. I'm guessing that's for the FPV optional canopy that you can pop inside if you want to have a pilot's eye view. The nose cone, which looks really scale, well, with having the openings. We've got the holders and all the screws in there. We've got another little bag with the screws to hold everything together. The manual's really good and shows you which screws you use where. We've got the linkages and all those other pieces too. And then reach over, we've got this other bag with all the other scale details. That must be the FPV canopy. Or the FPV support, I guess. And then you've got a massive bag of pieces here. We've got the oil cooler, air intakes, the exhaust, and you've got all the covers that go over the servos when you've put the wings together. What's that bit? Okay, that's just the piece that goes under the body at the front. So that's how it comes out the box. I'll put some inserts in here, some close-up of some of the detail, but hopefully that's interesting for those of you that have been thinking about treating yourself to this model as part of your Christmas present. Initial impressions are fantastic. This is probably one of the most scale, beautiful planes I've ever seen. I love the fact in the canopy we even have the seat and the headrest as well. It's almost too nice to fly. So join me in another video where I'm going to put this thing together. This is one of those models that I'm going to wait for some ideal conditions to maiden. I'm not going to push this. I don't want to get this up in the air and have a gust of wind cause a problem, or have it smash into the ground because one of the wheels grabs into soggy ground on landing. So it might take me a while to get round to the maiden, but I will do a video showing how it goes together. But initial impressions of this new Avios 1450mm Spitfire Mark 5B is very, very good indeed. Well done, Hobby King. If you found that video useful or like the content, then please hit the like and subscribe button down below. If you want to go the extra step, you can become a Patreon of the Painless 360 channel and help provide support for what I do here. All the videos created here are put into playlists, so if you're interested in a particular topic, have a look at the playlist, and they all are organised in there to make them easier to use. If you're not sure if there's a video for your particular problem or topic you want to know more about, then add Painless 360 to the Google search term that you're interested in, and that should find the video, article or content about the particular thing that you're interested in having a look at.